we get a chance to go against a LSU team that's playing awful well right now. I think they're undefeated in the conference play. Had a big win at 8 a.m. last night, and of course, led by Tremont Waters. But he's an excellent player. He controlled tempo here, I thought. So it's a team we're familiar with. So hopefully our guys got a sense of urgency you got to play with, especially this time of the year, and then going on the road. But Nash, I think the Reed kid, he probably had a career high game on us. They had some guys that you know about Tremont, you know about Reed, a talented player, but they had some other guys that had some big games on us too. So it was an overtime game. So hopefully that game's over with, but it registered in our guys' mind in terms of what we did. We got down 13 and with a chance to take the lead, and got the game in overtime, and just kind of ran out of time. So, but back into the SEC, going and playing in Baton Rouge, should be a great environment.
Mike, how's Isaiah Joe doing? Is he getting better?
Well, we had a day off yesterday, so hopefully he got a chance to recuperate a little bit better, so we can get some food in him. Hopefully over the virus. Hopefully that's what it is. So I'll find out here when we go to practice.
If he's back to more of himself on Saturday, how big would that be for you?
That'd be big. I think we got Mason going, and I think having another guy, one of your leading three-point shooters in the conference play, can open up the floor so we can utilize Dan, because people are doubling and tripling him. He had an outstanding game against them here, so hopefully we'll be able to send a lot of things through Dan and open up the floor, because on the road you got to make shots, you got to defend, you got to make shots, you got to get to the free throw line as much as the opponents, and you got to take care of the basketball. So those are the keys that we feel like we're a much better team than when we played them the last time. So hopefully we're playing better, and it's going to take a great effort from our team. Our bench is going to have to play well. Guys that start off, they're going to have to play well. We got to play efficient basketball.
The other night you touched on the fact that Adrio and Gabe and Reggie all played pretty well together, maybe the best they've all played together this season. I think you said they had a kind of brother-in-law a while back. What do you think about those guys, the game they had? Can they sustain that?
Well, it's going to be important, because I thought the difference in the game here with LSU was their ability to get those long rebounds, those tough rebounds. And so those guys in those positions where they can help build a wall defensively, but not only that, getting those long rebounds, those loose ball rebounds. And of course, they got to be effective in terms of making the mid-range shot or cutting and curling, getting to the hole. I think when those guys play well, I think it makes us an even more balanced team, because a lot of people are zeroing in on the guys that shoot the basketball, and they're playing them real tight. They're backing up off those guys. So the more effective they are, then I think it makes us, they got to pay attention to the other guys.
Hey, Mike, watching the LSU game last night, their forwards, they were killing them on the boards. And after what you went through against Georgia, you're a little bit concerned on their offensive glass, what LSU presents?
Well, that's why I say those guys are going to be key. Our guards have got to rebound the basketball. We got to. I thought that's how they won the game here. I thought the extra effort, and so I think we've got to be better. We got to continue to be better, and we have at times. Again, I think the game the other night was kind of you look at it is a little weird, the numbers, and you can always look at numbers. I mean, they shoot 29%, and but we definitely got to eliminate LSU from getting the board, because when you get offensive rebounds, you tend to foul, and that's when you put them on the free throw line. So we certainly know that all hands on deck, guards, forwards, Daniel, we got to be really good on the glass.
You watched a replay of the Georgia game. That Adrio, that dunk was like almost maybe more than halfway down. I mean, watching a replay, have you ever seen a play like that where the ball was that far down and then came out, and nobody touched it or anything?
Maybe not that far. I mean, not that far down. I mean, it was actually, probably halfway through the net. I hadn't seen one, and Adrio's had some dunks where he's been almost this year. So maybe going home he can get one through there.
It seems like he's played a little bit better the last couple games scoring-wise, and Reggie seems like he plays better off the bench. Do you kind of feel like you got that dynamic figure out there now?
Well, we'll see it be consistent. I think the consistency is the key. You know, you mentioned that we talked about those guys, kind of brother-in-law in that position, and I think it's going to be big for this game here. And that's all I'm looking for as a coach is the consistency. You know, can they bring consistent night in and night out? And it's all about effort, but it starts on the defensive end.
You feel like Reggie's more comfortable coming off the bench? I know we
Yeah.
asked you about that the other day, and you said, hey, he's a freshman, kind of hard to explain guys sometimes when they're young.
I think he does. I mean, I've had guys like that. You know, I've had guys like Dusty Hannah, Daryl Macon. It didn't matter. They're gonna give you what they give you. And but with a young guy, sometimes that you know, he can sit there and kind of watch it, and analyze what's going on, and see what's needed. And I think he's been pretty good going out there and becoming an enforcer for us. I mean, he's really active defensively, whether it be blocking shots, whether it be rebounding the basketball, keeping balls alive. I mean, he get a lot of offensive rebounds. And just being at the right spot and playing off Daniel, and now you're starting to see his passing ability when he catches it and he makes attacks. Some nice scoop passes back there to Daniel and to our guys shooting the basketball.
He gave you a little bit of everything. He had like 3 rebounds, 3 points, 3 assists, a couple steals. He seems like he's kind of doing a little bit of everything.
You know, the thing I told Gabe, because we've seen it at times, and I told him I needed more than 8 minutes, and he played actually 16 minutes the other day. And so that means he was playing the right way. You know, I just think he came out and did all the little things. And, you know, and the offense is come. He'll step out and make a shot. But I just think his energy, his hustle, you know, just fixing things on defense, taking charges. I mean, that stuff is contagious. And I think it helps our basketball team.
Mike, just Georgia able to kind of get out into a fast start against you guys who kind of had some slow starts. How important is it to go on the road and get a fast start?
Well, I think that's going to be a big key. I really, really do. And we've got to come out, we've got to execute. I thought, you know, here against Georgia, we came out and I thought we just came out just playing to play. It's kind of like we had a game plan, but we didn't play to that plan. And then once we got guys injected in there, the energy on defense started with Desi and that group there, and all of a sudden now we got the game going up and down the floor, and the shots are getting a little easier, coming in a little bit faster. We're cutting to the basket. Got much better movement, ball movement offensively, but it starts from the defensive end.
Mike, you guys obviously look like you got a good defensive formula these last 3 games. How hard is it to do that against a guy like Waters that kind of can control the ball and control tempo so well?
I think with him, it can't be just one individual. I mean, obviously the guys guarding him got to certainly be in position with him. You got to have multiple people. You got to build a wall when he comes in there. His vision is I mean, it's just stuff you can't teach. I mean, he's got great feel, great instincts, great feel for the game, and he makes his teammates better. I think he knows when to get the ball to him. Sometimes it's not the pass that's an assist. It might be the hockey assist. I throw it to this guy and he throws to that guy, but the timing of it. So we certainly got to be aware of him because he's got good hands defensively too. But we got to build a wall when he gets in there because he's trying to find those shooters. He's trying to find Reed. He's trying to find Big Williams at the basket or Skyler popping up over in the corner. So we just got to be, our heads got to be on swivels. We got to be in position to see and try to fix and get there.
This is the second month of conference play, about the time you expect guys like Desi and Keyshawn, I guess, to kind of settle in and start making shots more consistently. It's Desi and Keyshawn, second month of conference play. Is that about the time you expect them to settle in offensively a little bit more?
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I think they're bringing the injured defensively, and it's just a matter of with confidence when you're talking about offensively. I mean, they're in position to make, they have open shots. Just got to knock them down or get to the free throw line.
In terms of forcing turnovers, the defense traveled well at Texas Tech last week. Do you feel good that you can not only do it at home like you did against Missouri and Georgia, but you can do it at LSU?
I think we're playing good defense, Bob. I really, really do. And so that's your game should travel, defensively and hopefully offensively, and they make some shots as well. But I think our defense, guys are trusting each other, talking and that's what you got to do on defense. You've got to be able to talk. And of course, in that environment, it's going to be even more so important that they talk and be on the same page, and guys coming off continue to lift up the play.
Coach, have you seen the matchup zone help your defense improve throughout SEC play?
I think, you know, what it does, you know, we've gotten better in our zone, and we got better in our multiple defenses, I think. But I think guys are really talking on it, staying connected, and what the zone allows you to do is keep people in position. You're building that wall, you're rebounding the basketball, you're trying to make them shoot jump shots. And so we're trying to make people shoot jump shots and rebound out of it and run out of it. It's a little more compact, but when you're pressuring up, you know, sometimes you spread it out. It's hard to get back to those positions, and so I think it's helped us, you know, to change the rhythm of the game, but at the same time, be in position where we can guard and defend, and kind of specialize, make sure the inside guys are not hurting us, or we get guys in foul trouble. You know, Dan had some foul trouble the other day, and we were able to go in the matchup, and I thought it was effective for us.
Yeah, LSU, they won 10 in a row. They got a couple close escapes, like in Missouri and Fayetteville. What are you seeing from them during the stretch? How well do you think they're playing?
Very talented team, and obviously when you got good guard play, it starts with the Waters, I think, really do. And they're getting big games from different guys. I think that's the biggest key. I think last night he had a big game and scored. But most of his is distributing, you know, to other people. You got the smart kid that comes off the bench, the Taylor kid. You know, he had a big game against us. Reed had a big game, but there are some games not. And then, of course, I think the Bigsby kid, he was Player of the Week last week. He had a big game. So they got balance, got multiple guys that can get numbers on you, can score on you. But a good team. It's really talented.
I think Adriel gets a little fired up to go back home and play in Louisiana, or how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm sure he's looking forward to playing it. You know, anytime you come from somewhere, you look forward to going back and playing, you know, in your home state in front of your family and friends. So I'm sure the adrenaline will be going a little bit extra for Adriel.
Final question, Coach?
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.